Hello. We want to look at some rhythm exercises today. We want to get our mathematics worked out pretty well. Let's take a look at this card. We have what rhythm here? Half note. And how many counts is a half note? 2 counts. And then each of these equals 1 count. What are they called? Quarter notes. So with 2 plus 1 plus 1, our time signature says 4. 4 counts in each measure, and this happens to be a complete measure. So our time signature 4/4. The 4 on the bottom means that 1 quarter note receives 1 beat. So I would like you to play this on your instrument, any string of your choice. But before we do that, I'm going to introduce what's called a metronome. And the metronome acts like your heart. I have one on my cell phone. And I love this metronome because it acts like my heartbeat. And if the numbers are high, then it goes pretty quickly. Now, if the numbers are low, then it slows down my heartbeat. And I also have other metronomes in my little room here. This is a quartz metronome. And it has the light on it. And then I've got one actually where I had it in high school. This thing is so old. It's got little numbers on it as well. It used to have a light. Now, should you want to use a metronome, all you have to do is go to metronome.com and it will supply a metronome for you. So I'm going to turn on my metronome and I'm going to put it on 66, 65. Okay. And with any string of your choice, I want you to play the half notes and 2 quarter notes. Ready? Begin. Ready? Begin. Now we're going to play it together. I'm going to play it on a D. Ready? Begin. Good. So every time you hear a click, it is a quarter note. D, D, D. Let's do another one. Okay. We have a rest. What kind of a rest is it? Quarter rest, it equals 1 count, just like the quarter note equals 1 count. And then you have a half note, which equals 2 counts. So all in all, our measure equals 4 counts. Well, I'm going to put the metronome on again. Ready, begin, rest, off. Let's do it again. Ready, begin. 1, 1, 2. Did you rest or did you start on the quarter note? Let's do it together now on D with my piano. Ready, begin, rest, off. Good. Let's do another. Now we have a dotted half note and a quarter note. How much is the dotted half note worth? 3 counts. So in this measure, which note is the fastest? Quarter note. And how many counts are in this entire bar? 4, because it tells you in the time signature. The top number tells you. Okay, I'm going to put my metronome on. 1, 2, ready, begin. Stop. Let's do it again. Ready, begin. Okay. Now let's do it again on D with me. Ready, begin. Okay. Now I'm going to turn it around so that the fast note is in front and the longer note is your second bow stroke. Okay, again, the quarter note equals how many counts? 1, and your dotted half note equals 3 counts. Here we go. Use a short bow and a long bow. Ready, begin. Off. Here we go. Ready, begin. Off. Here we go. Ready with me on D. Ready, go. Off. Okay. Now, how about this one? We have different combinations of half note, 2 eighth notes, which equal how many counts? 1 count. So I need 2 of these to equal 1 count. And then, of course, there's the quarter note. So how many beats in this measure? 4. Now, you're going to have to use a long bow for the half note and short bows for the quarter note. Excuse me, for the eighth note. Okay, here we go. Putting on my metronome. Place your bow on the string. Ready, begin. Let's do it again. Ready, begin. Okay, now let's do it together on the D string. Ready, begin. Let's do another one which has an eighth note in it. We have a quarter note, 2 eighth notes, quarter note, quarter note. So which is the fastest for your bow? The 2 eighth notes. Even though these 2 eighth notes are the same count as this quarter note, I have to pull my bow faster. Okay, here we go. Ready, begin. Ready, begin. Now let's play it together on the piano. Ready, begin. Good job. Now, I have a board that has 3/4 time signature. That means that there are 3 counts in this measure. There is something missing in this measure because I only have 2 beats. So I'd like you to grab a piece of paper, pause this video, and see how many ways you can use or supply another beat here or another beat here to make 3/4 time. Pause now. All right, so let's find out how many ways we can make 3/4 time. I can put a dot here. That would make 3. I can use 2/8 notes. That would work. I can use a quarter rest. That would work. I can even use a quarter note. Is there anything else that you can think of? On this next board, I should say, there is a number that doesn't belong, or a rhythm that doesn't belong. Number 1 is a quarter note. Number 2 is a quarter rest. Number 3 are 2/8 notes, and number 4 is a half note. Which one of those numbers or rhythms does not belong? Pause the tape to think about this a little bit. Number 4 does not belong. Why? Because this is 1 count, this is 1 count, this is 1 count, this is 2 count. Number 4 does not belong. And our last rhythm, we have talked about the 8th notes. There are 2/8 notes for 1 beat, and you play them 1 and 1 and. So I would like you to pause the tape now, and I would like you to play a scale, any scale of your choice, using 8th notes. 1 and 1 and come back to me in a moment. The next rhythm I would like to talk about is called the triplet. And when you play this, you'll think to yourself, triplet, triplet. It also equals 1 count, but instead of 2 notes in 1 beat, I have to place 3 notes in 1 beat. Triplet. So I would like you to pause the tape now and play triplets in your scale. It can be any scale, the G scale or the D scale, just fine. Triplet, 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 triplet. But the last rhythm I'd like you to learn is called 16th notes. Can you say Mississippi, 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 Mississippi? So the 16th notes, where I have to get 4 into 1 beat as well. 2 into 1 beat, 3 into 1 beat, 4 into 1 beat. So this is the end of the video, and I would now like you to play Mississippi, or 4 notes on every letter in your scale. Thank you for joining me for rhythms. See you soon. Bye.